other point of view.
So yeah, feel free to answer this question on your interest and use in the SimpleBox4Nano, either in the chat or by unmuting yourself now. And if not, I think it's back to Andrea, and you will still have time to answer that question.
Yes. Yes.
And there will be, in any case, some kind of survey on this presentation.
All right. Right. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Can you open my slides just to conclude with the final remarks, Joris?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sorry. This one?
Yeah, and the next one, yeah. Yeah, okay, so this is just to provide you the links to download SimpleBox4Nano and test it. You have it also in the email that was sent, I think, few days ago. The other important thing is that we would ask you to provide your comments through an online user feedback form. You can find here the link, but then we will send it to you as well. It's just open fields plus some tick boxes. It's really quick. Please, if you can do it just after this webinar, and then if you're going to test the system in the next weeks, you can do it even again once you have a more in-depth knowledge of a tool. And if you go to the next slide, what we are going to ask you within the tool, the next slide, please, Joris. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
The overall opinions on the pros and cons of the tool, as you can see it, as Joris and the other people from AIRI showed it to you. The level of usability, any barrier, roadblock, additional features you would like to have, the level of accessibility of input and output, and the relevance of a tool, motivation to use it. It just really 10 minutes, 12 questions, very, very quick feedback. And if you go to the next slide, yeah, this is the calendar of the webinars. We did already 4, and we will soon publish all the documentation of the different models we have presented, and we will plan at least 2 more on nanosafer and control banding. The owner is the National Research Center for Working Environment in Denmark, and then the SANS tool that has been developed by the SANS project, and now further developed in caLIBRAte. And then we are planning a webinar dedicated to all caLIBRAte activities, just a brief summary of what we are doing in our results, and this will likely be on May the 3rd. You will receive everything by email, and all webinar documents will be made available at the website. You can find at the bottom of the slide, and if you can go to the final slide, I think this concludes the webinar, and thank you for your participation in the webinar. And Guillaume, maybe a few final words to say?
Yes, thank you very much for joining in. Thank you very much to the presenters. I just have a late question to Joris and Joris at RIVM. So as we are still all on the call, I think it might be interesting to take a couple of minutes to answer it. The question is coming from the chat, and it is asking if you think it will be possible to use the SimpleBox4Nano by integrating ecotoxicological analysis in it.
Yes, that is possible, but that would include a great deal of uncertainty. The best answer would be to refer to a scientific article published by Rianne Jacobs, in which we actually included the species sensitivity distribution of ecotoxicological effects of a nanomaterial directly into a probabilistic version of the SimpleBox4Nano model, and and with that way, it's quite a statistically large size to do so, but with a lot of uncertainty. But it's possible already. Yeah, only the outcomes is still it's more a methodological exercise proving the concept that it's possible, but the outcomes are actually too uncertain for now to draw any strong conclusion.
And this uncertainty is mainly due to data
and
quality.
Data quality, because ecotox testings are the ones we use. The designs of these tests differ from each other. Different nanomaterials with coating, without coating, different sizes, sonification or not, and all to fit them into one more or less estimate of toxicity. That gives a great deal of uncertainty that any conclusion would be premature.
Thank you for taking the time to clarify this last and quite difficult question, as you just clearly answered. So I think this now allows us to close this webinar. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you for participating. Thank you for your questions, your presentations. Please answer the questionnaires that will be circulated following this webinar. It's important for us to know what you think and about how you use those different models. So and we invite you, of course, to the next webinars and events that will be organized by caLIBRAte. And on those words, thank you very much, and have a very good day ahead of you. And
bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for participating.
Bye.
Bye.